Hello everybody, it's me, it's PokemonTripHD, and welcome back to some more Dragalia Lost content. And in today's video, I'm going to be discussing the brand new Summon Showcase, Eastern Emissaries. Now, when I say brand new, I mean old. So, the old Summon Showcase, Eastern Emissaries, is making a return or a revive, whatever you want to call it. It's coming back, and I know so many people are so excited for this and so hyped for another chance to pull Ieyasu because, I mean, rightfully so. I'm going to discuss if you should pull it and basically what I think about this. Now, just short, let's get the answer out of the way. Should you pull? Yes. Yes, you should. But you need to be aware of a few things before you pull. So, hopefully you didn't just hear that on my laptop. So what you need to be aware of before you pull is that this banner ends at the exact same time that the Beauty in Motion Summon Showcase ends, which is the 26th of May at 10:59 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So that's Pacific time. They both end at the exact same time, which means after this, following this, there is likely to be a Gala banner. Now, there's also, if you want to summon on this, you're likely going to have to swipe over here at the top, swipe to the right, and go over there, and that's how you're going to summon on this Summon Showcase. So instead of the 5-star Adventurer Summon, it's going to be the Eastern Emissary Summon Showcase. So that's basically what you need to do to summon, just in case you're new and you're not quite sure how it's going to work. This is probably I think this is the first time we've ever had two actual Summon Showcases side by side running at the exact same time. I don't think this has ever happened before, so this is unprecedented. A few things got out of the way. Like I said, Eastern Emissary Summon Showcase, even if you're not going to summon, check the worm print shop because there's likely to be a new worm print called Heralds of Hinamoto. I'll try throwing a picture on screen right now if I remember, but basically just buy at least one copy. It's only 3,000 old water. Buy at least one. You can always unbind it later. It is one of the best worm prints in the game, arguably the best worm print in the game, and it was in this Summon Showcase. So at least pick up one copy. Me, myself, I'm going to pick up multiple copies because I haven't even gotten one yet. Even though I did summon on this Summon Showcase when it first came out, I never picked one up. But I know there's people who picked up a lot of those. So if you have them, of course, you don't really need to buy it. But if you don't have it, definitely buy it. It is one of the best worm prints in the game. Like I said, skill damage and skill haste. It's an amazing combo. So let's begin with the actual Summon Showcase breakdown. So this Summon Showcase, the first time Eastern Emissaries came around, it featured Ieyasu, Marishiten, the 5-star dragon, and then two 4-star adventurers with Sazanka and Addis. I'm going to talk about Sazanka and Addis a little bit later, but just so you know, every single thing on the showcase is probably tier 1 or tier 2. So 100% someone on the Summon Showcase, but like I said, after this Summon Showcase, there's likely to be a Gala. So what I recommend you do is wait until the last day, the 26th of May Pacific time, to pull. So 26th of May or 27th of May, depending on your time zone, and pull on that final day so you have as much information as possible to make the best decision possible in what you want to do. Because if you summon for this Summon Showcase, you might not have enough Wormite to summon on the Gala or whatever Summon Showcase is coming up after this if it's not the Gala, you know? And you also have to keep in mind there's going to be a Summer Summon Showcase either next month or the month after. So a lot of nice Summon Showcases is coming out. Summon Showcases. I said, did I add an extra? Okay, well, anyways. So keep that stuff in mind. We also have a guaranteed Flame Advantage event coming up soon. So that's either going to be after this one, because they did say late May. So it's either going to be after this or after the Gala following this. One of those two. If it's after the Gala following this, they might do another side-by-side thing, or they might do like a short Gala, like a couple days Gala, and then boom, straight into the event. I'm not really sure what they're going to do, but there's just a bunch of things you have to keep in mind. Also, they might add new adventurers to the Summon Showcase since they don't mention Sazanka or Addis at all. So they might add new adventurers with Bleed. I would really like that because otherwise I'm not going to pull on this Summon Showcase personally since, like I said, I did pull on this one the first time it came around. But for all newer players, 1000% pull. So let's talk about Ieyasu really quickly. Ieyasu is arguably one of the best adventurers in the game. He's 100% top 5 adventurers in the game. I cannot see an argument for him to not be top 5 adventurers in the game. He has the highest strength stat in the game. HP stat's not the highest, but that doesn't really matter. And he comes with 2 skills, Soccer Flurry, which inflicts bleeding and deals damage, and Blade Formation, which highes his damage against bleeding enemies and restores his HP. So just that kid alone, he's self-sufficient, and he adds an affliction onto the enemy while dealing insane damage, and he takes bonus onto that affliction bonus damage. So absolutely insane. If you don't know what bleed is, no boss is immune to bleed. Bleed affects every single boss. It can stack up to 3 times, and it adds more damage. It's like poison, but better. It's a much better poison. That's pretty much what it is. He's also a blade, so he has that strength plus 10% co-ability, and his abilities HP 70% equals crit rate plus 10%, paralysis resist plus 100%, and critical damage plus 20%. So his kit alone, para resist is perfect because that's likely what you're going to need for High Jupiter once that's released. And he adds critical rate and critical damage onto his kit. He is incredible as a unit. I cannot stress this enough. He is one of the best units in the game, Ieyasu is. So highly recommend getting him, especially if you're a newer player. You probably don't have Botan, which was the free unit we got during the Eastern Emissaries Summon Showcase once that was first released with the raid with Shishimai. We got a free Botan adventure who inflicts bleed. So if you had her, you may not need Ieyasu, but Ieyasu is amazing. Highly, highly recommend. I cannot stress that enough. Highly recommend. One of the best adventures in the game, and he has a nice design. So highly recommend. Absolutely insane. Really cannot say enough good things about him. The Dragon Marishiten. She's the only 60% strength dragon currently released, and her skill inflicts bleeding. So it's like, what's more to say? That is an absolutely devastating combo. Now, personally, something I want to note is that I don't like her normal attacks. I feel like sometimes you miss who you're aiming at. So that's super unfortunate. Personally, I just don't like her normal attacks, but she's incredible as a dragon. You know, really cannot say stress that enough. She's an incredible dragon. Her skill is really good, especially for it hits a lot of enemies. So if there's a lot of enemies near you, you can hit them all, and it's just really good. Only 6% strength dragon currently released right now for Shadow. So those are the two that are featured here. And like I said, they're both amazing. Tier 1. They're both Tier 1. Easy. Then next up, we have Sazanka and Addis. Like I said, I did pull on this already. So Sazanka is here. I have her, her skills. Her first skill is Dancing Blossoms, deals shadow damage to surrounding enemies, draws them towards the user, and inflicts bleeding. A very good skill. And then once you use her skill 2, it makes the next 4 strikes deal extra damage and inflict sleep. So this is really good. You can inflict sleep, and then you could do this and just do that, like against the bosses. But of course, against the high dragon trials, this second skill probably won't be useful too much. Your next 4 strikes will do extra damage though, so that's something. You just won't be able to inflict sleep, which is unfortunate because her kit does have Sleeping Punisher, but you can't really take advantage of that in bosses, but she's still incredibly high DPS with her bleed, since her first skill does inflict bleed, as it says right here. Inflicts bleed. Everyone on this Summon Showcase inflicts bleed, and bleed is the best affliction currently in the game. She has Gauge Accelerator, which speeds the rate the mode Gauge decreases by 30%, which helps you break faster, so very good. Overall, like I said, she's incredible for DPS. She's behind Ieyasu, but she's not that far behind, if that makes sense. They're both probably top 2 Shadow in terms of DPS. Maybe Sazanka isn't. I would say Ieyasu is #1 Shadow DPS of like currently in the game, while Sazanka is maybe behind Kuran and maybe behind Veronica. Kind of debatable between those 3, which one is the best. But yeah, they're all very good. So that's Sazanka. Again, highly recommend her. She's very, very good, especially for a 4-star. Saying she's on par with 5 stars as a 4-star is just ridiculous. Next up, we have Addis, the Wind Blade. Also, I didn't mention Sazanka is a Shadow Axe. So, yeah, Shadow Axe, Sazanka, and Wind Blade Addis. He's a blade, so he has that plus 10% strength co-ability. His skills, Bamboo Cutter, it deals wind damage to enemies directly ahead and inflicts poison. Now, you might be saying, poison? Not bleed? Why is this poison? Because when you use the second skill, you increase your strength, and when this skill is active, so for the next 10 seconds, Bamboo Cutter will inflict bleeding instead of poison. So that's how you get the bleed on. He's incredible for DPS. He is, I would say, top 2 wind units in terms of DPS. I'm not sure if him or Lin Yu is better. They're both incredible. But again, Lin Yu is a 5-star, and he's a 4-star. So it's ridiculous. Now, he's freeze res rather than bog res, but you don't need bog res for high mercury, especially with the new Wyrmprint came out that gives you access to bog res. You don't need bog res at all. You can dodge pretty much everything, and if there's low on the team, it can heal you, blah, blah, blah. His abilities, Bleeding Punisher, takes advantage of inflicting bleeding a lot with Bleeding Punisher, and Broken Punisher, which deals incredible damage when you're in the break state. So like I said, he's incredible for DPS. Every single unit on this banner, all 3 of these, and the Dragon Marishiten are ridiculously good. Again, they're all ridiculously good. Do I recommend pulling? Yes, but remember, I would probably wait until the 26th to pull if you're on the fence. If you are 100% you need Ieyasu, go ahead and pull. Honestly, there's no reason not to pull. This bait is too strong. The bait is too good to pass up, honestly. Unless something on this gala is absolutely game-breaking, which it could be. They could be baiting you to spend your Wyrmite on this banner. so that the Gala you don't pull and you can buy Diamantium, blah, 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 blah. So who really knows what they're going to decide to do? But like I said, this is too good to pass up. 100% too good to pass up. Highly recommend you guys pull. But again, wait till the final days if you're not 100% positive. Thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. If you have any suggestions, tips, etc., let us know in the comments down below. Thank you guys so much for watching. And don't forget to enter the giveaway and down in the description down below. Free $10 iTunes gift card. Remember, it's absolutely free to enter. So go ahead and enter. Might as well. Why not, right? I'll see you guys next time. Take care.